Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing the next 3 pictures in the Magical Advent Calendar by Passionista Colorista in her color along. And I'm going to be doing 16, 17, 18 in this video. So we have a gingerbread house, some mushrooms, and a little dude on top of the, reminds me of a Smurf, sorry, on top of a horse here. So we're going to go ahead and start working on the gingerbread house. I'm doing all these in Polychromos. So I keep switching up pencils throughout the whole thing so you can see the difference. Or I can at least show love to each and every one of my pencils. So we're going to do the gingerbreads in Sanguine. That's 188. Burnt sienna, 283, and a little bit of Pompeian Red. I had to pick out the ones I couldn't pronounce, so it's 191. I will leave, as always, in the description box. If you click show more, we'll tell you all about the colored pencils that I've picked. Okay. So, gingerbread house, we're going to do the background here in the brown colors, and then all the detailing part is going to be done with a Posca pen in white, and we're going to do some coloring up here in kind of reds and greens, and kind of a red candy there. Inking in the background will be done after I've colored the little pictures, just like I have in the other pictures up here. So I'm going to get the camera down a little bit and we will start working on the first picture here. So I'm going in with the burnt sienna first, and it's like we have 2 pipings here. So I'm going to guess that the cookie itself will start on this side and then on this side of the frosting. So I'm going to put a little color down like that. Hold on a second. Instead of just the camera a little bit more for me. I think I'm going to need a little bit darker of a brown here. But maybe if I put enough pressure on this, it'll darken itself up. On the inside, we're going to do it nice and light because I want a couple of colors in the gingerbread itself. So I'll first follow this line all the way around. Okay. Well, let's get some other color in there towards the center so I can go over it with the brown. So we're going to bring in the this red. Put a little of that around the door. A little up in here. I'm going to bring in some of the Sanguine. I did. It looked like a good color to bring in for the cookie. That's a pretty color. Just a little darker than I should have there. Go on the door too. It's okay to go over the little lines that we're going to go over in Posca, but you don't want to go over them too much. Now we're just going to bring in the burnt sienna here. Go over those colors lightly. So we're just going to layer in brown on top of that. And that'll give us kind of a gingerbready colored house. A little bit of red undertone so it's not all flat brown. Okay. Well, there we go. I want to get a little darker under here. Okay. You can work on that to get a little better blending. Or you could bring in a blender, which I'm going to do. They're such small little pictures. This is a Caran Dash blender. Just going to run it over everything. Okay, I'm going to pick up a darker color brown. Let's see. Burnt umber, I think. See about that. We're just going to darken some of these areas up down here. Down around the door. It's where the cookie would have been cooked. A little more around the edges. All right, I'm going to do a little bit. Oh, we have to do the chimney because the chimney would be cookie. So bringing the brown up here too. Which one am I doing? This is the burnt umber. Then we'll bring in some of the burnt sienna. And a little of the... You're just going to have to hear my bad pronunciation for sanguine. Okay, roof is done. The roof is going to be iced in white. And the candies are going to be done green and red. So we will do every other one of these. Green and then some in red. Right now I am using Chrome Oxide Green. Nice, easy name. Ever find yourself wanting to use pencils, but if you're doing a video you can't pronounce their name? Oh, I did everyone. Oh well, let's see. Easier to erase 2 than 3, so we'll see what we can do here. I wanted to do them red and green. This one is May Green. No. See, I started talking and then I just goofed up. Do this one, and I'll try to erase the other ones, but I'm going to put it in a dark red, so we just need to get a little of that green out. So this one, that one, that one. Yep, and the one on the end. Okay. Whoops. Oh well, okay, we're going to just do those red before I forget. So we're going to bring in a red violet here. Oops. A little too much pressure on that. Okay. On the red ones, since we're here, we're going to use a little permanent carmine. Bring in a little shine on those. Alright, and then back to the green ones, since I was doing those. Add some more of the dark underneath here. Alright, and a tiny bit of yellow in the red. Just brighten it up a little bit more there. So we can add that into the green too. go. Now the candy here, we're going to do, oops, this is not the red I was using, so we'll put that away. Red violet. Every other stripe in red. At least it's all in one color, right? Okay, they're uneven. We'll just kind of add one here. Okay, and then we bring in the Carmine Red. Bring in the yellow. Just a touch. And the rest of that will be white. Let's see. We can do a candy cane going up the side of the house here too. So we'll start off with the red violet and go up every other one. Okay, bring in the Carmine. And a tiny bit of the yellow. Okay, bring in the white pen. This is the Uniball Signo White gel pen. Make sure it's running white. And we're just going to bring it in and do our icing. I'm going to cover up the black lines and kind of do it thick. You can use a Posca on this, but I kind of want to make it look like icing. So if it covers up all the white lines and it's kind of chunky and not perfect, it looks like you piped the icing on. I'm not the best piper, so I need it to look a little not perfect. We'll do the same up here on the house. I want to ink that first, but all that will be done in the same pen here along with the windows. And I want to color in the windows. I don't know. I think there should be gingerbread, because if you made this a cookie, you don't cut the windows out on a cookie. Not usually. So we'll bring in the browns again and color in the windows on the inside. Forgot to do that, but it's not too late, so we'll get that done. Same colors, the Sanguine and the burnt sienna. Okay. Go back in with our white. And just finish frosting our cookie. Okay, you get the gist of that. I'll finish doing the rest of that off camera. And like I said, I have to ink this before I do the roof, but it'll just be colored in the same way, just kind of puffy in here, covering up the black line. If I color it now and ink it, it'll just have to be colored again. Save myself some time there. Onto the mushroom. I'm going to bring some of those colors into the mushroom. So we're going to start off with the violet, or red violet here. And color in a bit of this. A little sign up here that says Mary. With one little, they kind of look like teeny tiny bunnies. They have to be teeny tiny to be living underneath the mushrooms, or the mushrooms are gigantic. Either way. One of them is teeny tiny and one of them is big. This seems to be the Christmas lights, so we bring the mushroom down here. Some of the red in here. On the other side. Okay, then we'll bring in a little of the Carmine red here. Bring in some Scarlet red. in some cadmium yellow. Okay, then I'm going to go back in and darken everything up. Throw in some Indian red in here too. Turn the page and work it this way. Get a little too heavy-handed with that. We're going to blend it. Caran d'Ache blender. See how that turns out. Bring back in the red, violet, and darken these edges. Where am I getting sparkle from? Good sparkle on the page. I spent too much time with these. It's a mushroom. Just color it. Okay, we'll throw in the yellow just to fix that top up a bit. Still don't know where I got that. Silver must have come from the picture up above. Okay, we're going to do the trunk here in, we'll start here. This is Caput Mortuum. Just going to add some in there. What do you call these? The gills of a mushroom. And we'll add it down here and go down one side. Very lightly bring it over to the other side. We're going to do the same up here. We're going to add a little of it up here. And bring it downward, and I'll need a, going with yellow ochre. Just go straight on top of that. color down. And just blend those two together. And we'll blend these two up here too. Okay, and we'll add a little bit of, what do we got here? Not that one, I want a brown. The burnt sienna. Okay, now the little circles in the mushrooms. All right, we're going to kind of darken up one side of these little spots here. This is just the burnt sienna. We have some shading in there already, which is nice. Wasn't that nice of me to leave it there? Go over the lines. Should have gone over the lines a little more over here. Alright, then we're going to, oh, let's totally forget one. Nice big one right here. Just going to darken the one side of them all. Okay, and we're going to bring in the yellow ochre. Just lightly go over the whole thing. All the mushrooms are going to be done the same way, so I'm only going to do the one mushroom on camera because we still have a horsey to do over here. Even the little mushrooms are just going to be, they're going to be done. This is the burnt sienna, and then we'll just give them the yellow ochre tops on them because they're smaller. So this is yellow ochre. Okay, and the candy canes, let's go in and do the little candy canes. So the red violet, if I can find it. Okay, red violet and the permanent carmine here. So let's see, if we start down here and go up every other one. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the sign that says Mary. Then we go in on the bottom with the red violet. And we'll make a brown sign. And then our like little bunny dudes. I kind of want them to stand out, so we can do them in, let's see, this is black, so if we do it real light, we might get little gray bunnies. Teeny tiny little guy down here. My goodness. Put a little of this black in these lines up here too. Anyway, I'm adding way too much detail. Little picture, little picture. A white. What do we have a white? What do we have here? We have warm gray, I don't know. Might add just a tiny bit of that in these guys. And I need a little pink for his cheeks. They're tiny, but they could use little pink cheeks, right? Let's see if I can get a little pink in here. Oh, I don't know about this guy. There we go. Okay. Take a little Prisma white and see if I can't blend a little of that black in there a little better. Oh, these are tiny. There we go. And the leaves. We have some leaves in here. So we'll go in with the chrome oxide. Teeny tiny little leaves too. One blade of grass. Don't know where the bottom of it is. Top's up there. Okay, then we'll bring in the May green. what those lines are for. Go back up and add a little more shading in here. Okay. Blade of grass there, and the mushroom stems will be done the same color as the mushrooms. Signage. Just going to go in with the burnt sienna here. Okay, so the background will be inked. This mushroom is going to be the same color as this mushroom. The little ones, same color as these, and we'll just give them a dark stem that comes down. Our lights will be red and green. If I can manage that the same way as I managed the candies on the house over there. We'll do a little green light here and here. Then we'll do a red light, green light. Remember that game? I used to play it a lot when I was a kid. Red light on this side. The centers are going to be yellow because they're lit. Do a nice glow on that. And I guess we could throw some silver in there. Do I have a silver pen? Silver for the little light tops. Don't know how well that'll work in here. We'll throw some in there. Whoa, that crumbled up nicely. I don't know if you can tell, that has a nice shine to it. Sparkle, especially here where it really crumbled up. Okay, like I said, mushroom done the same, and we will ink the background. Next one is the horsey. Let's get the little I so want to color him all blue, but I already gave him a color for his face. I'm going to do him blue. Smurf. Okay, we've got bluish turquoise and cobalt light turquoise. So we can put the light up here on the top of his hat and on the top of his feet. This is his hand. I'm assuming this is his other hand, but I can't really tell. I'm going to make that light blue. Okay. And we're going to do dark on the bottom. Bringing it on up to the light. And then go back over it with the light and make sure we're blended nicely. I'm sorry. His little beard. We're going to do it with the light turquoise here. I'm going to give him a little blue nose. Blue coloring on his skin color too. Okay, horse. I don't know. Go in with some dark flesh here. Which is the pink I used on these guys' cheeks. Gonna run some of that down in a highlight in the main. Go in with this is Caput Mortuum Violet. I'm going to sharpen it and we're going to go up along the dark sides of the mane here. Good boy. Not used to the Polychromos doing that. Okay, go back in with the dark flesh. Then we're going to leave some white in there. I'm going to go in with the Prisma white and just go over those lighter areas. Okay, then we gotta color the horse. 14-karat horse goes with brown. I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. We're going to put a brown horsey in. This is the burnt sienna I'm just pulling in here. Just kind of giving him a little base coat. I'm pretty sure this will be brown. Okay. Put a little more pressure and darken in some areas. Something like that. We're going to do his little hair down here on his chin. And the pink too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do the inking in the background, and then I'll come back and do any of the little details. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back. I'm going to finish up the, I always going to make sure this pen works. The little inking over on this side, making our icing. I did blue on one of the backgrounds. You can see I spray it with water, and if you can tell right here, it takes up the pen, so that's why I like to do the inking afterwards, so I don't have to go over everything, but I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. Not going to hurt me that much. Besides, I like to show you guys what I'm doing. So we're just going to go in and fluff up the snow on the roof, on the chimney. Underneath our candies. You can make it taller, bigger, fluffier if you want. It's your icing. Go around the side here. I did use the silver Polychromo to color in those stars. And I think it looks kind of cute, so I'm going to leave it like that. Then I go in and I add our snowflakes. All these pictures are getting snowflakes, so I make one kind of big one and add like 3 dots and go down and do another one. I put them inside the houses on the people because the snow's coming down this way. There's really no rhyme or reason for it. The house itself, I don't know if I can put too much snow coming into it because it's got, you know, a bunch of snow on it and it's detailed. But we'll add all the snowflakes around. Over on the mushrooms, we'll do the same thing. We'll just make some snow. And then on our horse, I added a little of the silver pencil into the mane, where the hair that comes down, and on his pom-pom and around these little, I assume since it's cold outside, that's their breath showing in the cold air. We'll put some snowflakes falling in here too. And there we go. Go on a few more of these snowflakes on this side. I might put some in the house, on the door, falling down, I don't know. This is all up to you where you want your snow falling. But I like them all to be consistent, so when we show everybody the whole page, it all looks like this one, where they all have snow falling down, and then they look really cool next to each other. Anyway, that's today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. You can hit the bell for notifications. And next time we will do 19, 20, and 21. Have a great day, everyone. Happy holidays. Bye now.